Sucker!
You are listening to the Hall of Fame. Here's Booker T and Brad Gilmore.
Interview recently over the weekend with House of Wrestling, and he was asked about his condition following that Ridge Holland overhead belly to belly that obviously broke his neck, and he was out of commission since then. It's been over a year. And Big E said this: "We did the year checkup, and all that stuff looks great as well. But on the other side, I've talked to spine specialists, some who've worked on people in the company and done their fusions, and they said, hey, I would not wrestle again if I were you. So for me at 37, these are the things I think about. I think about quality of life. When I started this job at 23 years old and probably had a bit of a death wish and was okay dying in the ring, I now at 37 would like to not die in the ring. I would like to do other things with my life." When I read that quote, Book, it sounds like somebody who's maybe come to terms in their mind with the idea of not returning to the squared circle after that severe injury. What say you about Big E's quote regarding his neck situation?
Hey, man, it's a life-changing moment. That one spot in the ring there definitely changed the whole name of the game. And the thing is, man, I'm sad. I'm sad to hear it. I must say that. I really like Big E. He's one of the guys I always thought was, really, really cool, down to earth cat. I remember when Kofi cashed in, not cashed in, but when Kofi won the title, I remember Big E, I remember talking to him. I said, man, your time's going to come, man. Because you're talent. I said, you're talent. You're definitely going to make it to the next level. That's why I hate to see something like this happen. But it's a cautionary tale at the same time to a lot of these young guys as far as going out there, and throwing caution to the wind. Sometimes when you don't need to, and I don't want to be, sitting here blaming him or anything for anything he did or anything like that. But what I am saying is for the next guy, for the next Big E, think about that, and hopefully, somebody can learn from it.
Yeah, Big E he won the WWE Championship on the September 13th edition of Monday Night Raw back in 2021. Held the title for 110 days, so a little over 3 months as the champion in his one and only reign. I would hate, you never want to see somebody's career end like that. If that's his last match was having the issue with Ridge Holland and the miscommunication on the belly to belly, you don't want to see that happen to anybody. At the same time, I respect him for being able to say, look, I'm thinking about quality of life. How am I going to live? I'm 37 now. How am I going to be when I'm 67? And that's something that I'm sure Book, a lot of the guys from your generation and even generations before and after didn't really think about 67, or 57 for that matter. And am I going to get around well? Am I going to be able to move around well? Am I going to have kids and grandkids and be able to play with them? So Big E's thinking long term. I've heard rumors of him. Maybe we were just talking about commentators being a color commentator and an analyst of some kind on the product. I think that it's not a bad spot for him.
Oh.
He is a super talented cat, and I think that WWE is going to find a place for him if it's not in the ring.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't even know what to say about it, man. I'm just, like I say, perplexed. I'm sad that something like this would happen with Big E. Hopefully he can, like you say, come to terms with it and move on, and hopefully, have some quality of life. And, you never know what's around the corner either. You know what I mean? He might hit the lottery.
What?
The lottery right now, I mean, I don't know how many billion it is, man, but if he hit it, he ain't going to have to worry about this. Yeah.
Dude, they going to really rock that day.
Yeah,
well, I mean, and the same thing, though, dude, if you look at it, guys like Daniel Bryan or Paige or Saraya or Edge, people who thought that their careers were a wrap because of an injury, they were able to come back through the benefit of time and having those things heal up the right way. So you never know what could happen in the future. I just want him to do whatever's best for himself, both mentally, physically, and the like. So we're shout out to Big E.
Yeah, definitely.
Another person, though, who now is on the shelf is Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville tore her ACL on SmackDown. Sonya and Chelsea Green just became the women's tag team champions.
Well, hold on. It's over. Just want to get that out there.
Yeah.
But they just became the tag team champions. And what's strange is, first of all, awful injury for Sonya, and that's one where you're going to need at least a year on the shelf. Not much you can do about that. If it's an ACL, maybe a little bit less, but it's going to be a minute,
These days,
maybe 8 months.
Yeah, 8 months.
But nevertheless, I feel as though these freaking belts are cursed. Everybody who has them.
How did her injury happen?
It was on SmackDown. I'm assuming, during one of the altercations, one of the contests on SmackDown, involving her and Chelsea, in the ring. But it just, to me, think about it. Everybody who's held those tag team titles recently, they've been injured. Liv had them, injured. I think Raquel and Liv had them, injured. Raquel got injured. Just seems as though these things, man, there's something about them. They got some bad juju on them.
No, I don't think that's it, man. I just think I think it's the way things are done these days. I think safety is not the first thing that a lot of times these young guys and young ladies think about in these matches. They think about going out there and they think about entertaining at the highest level, and they throw all caution to the wind a lot of times. And that's a problem. That's a problem because we're seeing a lot of injuries, with the talent. And I don't want to, throw them under the bus or anything like that, because I know how hard they're working. I know they're going out there and they're busting their butt on a weekly basis. So that's not what I'm saying. But to be able to, navigate your way through landmines in this business is very, very important if you want to have longevity. If you want to work at the top for a very long time. That's why I give a guy like The Miz so much credit, because he's been able to dodge those landmines. Say what you will about the dude, but he's been on the show every week. He don't miss no time. No money is being missed when it comes to Miz. So I caution these young guys, to think about that kind of stuff, because you could end up on the shelf for a very long time. And one thing I say about this business, getting hurt is one thing, but getting injured is something totally different. When you injured, you go home. All right. When you hurt, you can work. You know what I mean? When you get injured, you go home, and it's going to be some time off, and somebody might slide and then just take that little old spot away from you. But that's just the way the business goes. Hey guys, we got to take another break. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.